My name is Chrome. I went to UCLA and I'm currently a product manager at Casenza.
My name is Kay. I went to UCLA and I'm a product manager at Career Assistant. I grew up overseas most of my life, so I was born in Panama, but then I went to nursery and prepped in Japan, Kawasaki, but then from there onwards, from elementary school until end of high school, I grew up in Italy, and then afterwards I went to the US. Yeah, we went to the same university, so you know. But
Right.
yeah, I majored in stats, and from there I moved to Japan and started working in Recruit as a data scientist because I used to major in stats.
Right.
After 2 years of working as a data scientist to as a product manager. Like a product manager, the way of thinking to tackle different problems and trying to make business ideas definitely has the Recruit culture into
Right.
it. So I did a couple things in Indeed Japan for product management in like recommendation systems for the Indeed Japan, the recommendations there. And then I worked at Recruit Agent. And then from there, for the past year and a half or so, I started a new project or product called Career Assistant. And then we released it this February. So we've been trying to grow it. We've reached about 20,000 users right now.
So I'm Chinese. I was born in China. I have my Chinese parents. I went to a local Chinese school, until middle school, second year middle school. And from there, I went to international school in China and all the way till second year of high school. So from there, I went to the States for high school, from starting as like a junior. Junior year, senior year, and then 5 years of college. And
Okay.
UCLA, yeah. And my major was biochemistry. So yeah, me too. I entered Recruit as a new grad. That's 2003. So I've been here for like a year and a half now. I spent like 5 years doing research. And this one thing I realized is in research, especially medical research, you will need money. Finance means a lot. And so in that sense, I did not see myself keep on staying at the lab and trying to, also with the economic perspective, I thought I wanted to enter something that's more of like a business field to understand how I can still support all these labs and research by making sure they have enough foundings. So yeah, we entered Recruit. I entered as a product manager. We're also currently looking at how we can take our product abroad because I'm here, right?
Okay.
Use me.
HR people came to the campus as
Right.
explain what Recruit did.
Right.
I was listening to what they were doing and I knew about Sumo and I knew about Indeed, for example.
Right.
But I did not know it was owned by Recruit.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this kind of sounds interesting. I felt like the people working here were enjoying their work the most.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Monday, I don't want
Right.
to go. And so I didn't want to do that and that was the core
Right.
thing I had during, trying to choose and pick between the companies.
We were there talking, and at that time, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to go to master's
Right.
or if I wanted to stay in the States for a job or if I wanted to go to Japan. That was an option.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I would prioritize the States.
Mhm.
Yeah, but anyways, so at the time the HR talked to me, she was like, why don't you try apply to our company? And I was like, your company has nothing related to my major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And exactly. And so they said, why don't you just try it? We don't care about the major. So I was okay, might as well. I went to Boston Career Forum
Right.
for the interviews.
Right.
And obviously I was more looking at medicine, chemistry, a bit of consulting because those are the companies that don't care about majors and
Right.
also they do have medicine related fields.
As clients.
Right. What made me have a good impression on Recruit is actually their interviews.
Huh.
Recruit had their interviews styled as a, who are you? What have you
As a
been
person.
doing, Chrome? Yeah, exactly. Why did you choose a major type of thing that gave me this feeling of, oh, this company is actually trying to understand me. And so instead of just the company choosing me, I'm also choosing the company, right? I rather want a company that would try to understand me and give me better opportunities for the future. And that's the type of company I would want to go to.
What pushes me to continue my work, at least, is if the work itself is I find interesting,
Right.
or the theme or the project I'm doing has this sort of excitement is what motivates me most likely. So for me is probably doing a lot of starting new things. So like doing some 0 to 1 sort of projects and understanding what the user's struggles are, and then how we can try to fix it using like our product management, and like how we can make a product to solve these users' issues is probably what I find interesting. Well, probably the biggest one is starting the career assistant product.
Right.
So I was on my own in the beginning, and I was working as a product manager, as a recruit agent. But then by working there, I was learning like the different know-hows and like the interesting things that the career advisors at Recruit Agent were doing. I was like, oh, maybe we can apply this. So I was like, yeah, let me just try it out. And I just like built a prototype on my own. I was like, let's try this. My boss was like, yeah, go ahead. But then I was on my own for like a month or so, building prototypes, asking career advisors, doing user interviews, what kind of, things would actually work in the market. The biggest opportunity I had was, starting this thing. And my supervisors and my mentors were very helpful, but I definitely think that
So you went for the opportunity.
Yeah. So I didn't really get something.
You didn't get it,
I didn't get it. I don't think a lot of opportunities are given to you. They will probably give you lots of jobs and things to do if you want. But you definitely need to take your time and effort into building an opportunity for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I totally got everything myself, but I also wouldn't say they've given me everything.
Right, yeah. No,
And
totally.
so what happened to me is, so last year, that's the time when I've been at the company for a year. I was done kind of, with UI UX, designing that, just making improvements. And I was like, now I know everything. I know how the process is. Okay, what's next? What can I even see beyond this? I can't. And I still kind of just decided to talk to people, kind of complain about it. I'm like, why am I doing this? Right?
Let me do something else.
Can I do something else now? Like, I feel like you're not using me properly, right? Yeah, kind of thing. And so what happened to me is we were at this dinner actually with 3 of the GMs from Cousins, and 1 vice president was at there too. And so one of the manager, I'm kind of close to everybody. Like it's very easy to talk to everybody. So he asked me, are you enjoying your job right now? I'm like, no, not really. And so they asked me like, what else do you think we will be able to enjoy more when you're working here? They actually asked me.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I will start complaining everything to you guys again, right? And that's how everything happened. I was like, I would love to go abroad again. And I was like, I've seen Japan, after the World War II. It's been a great country, right? In every way, in production, in cars, in the brands, in economics and chemistry, everything. Everything was developing so well, and it was so well known globally too. So I feel like there is always that within the Japanese culture, or like within Japan.
Right.
But why aren't you guys showing it to the world anymore? And so I would like to be part of that. I want to do it. And so I told them, like, I can be your outlet. Again, right? I can help you guys bring things abroad. And I love to show how great people here at this company abroad too.
Yeah.
And with all these great people, all these great spirit, why don't we show this to the world? And then that's how the thing started.
Super. So you sold yourself.
I sold myself very well, I guess.
No, but I totally agree that we build our own opportunities, but like the team itself is super supportive.
Exactly.
So it's not like an environment where they stop you for trying something new.
Definitely.
I feel like Recruit itself built me into this way of thinking and tackling problems. So that's one thing for Recruit. Something I'd want to challenge myself here is Recruit has a lot of different products in different industries.
Right.
We have Sumo, we have Stasafu, which is in like the studying. So right now I'm building like an assistant in the HR division. But one thing that would make Recruit very unique is that connecting these different industries with this one assistant. For example, if I wanted to say I want to, spend most of my weekends surfing.
Right.
The assistant will be like, you can probably find a house in like Kamakura, which is closer to the ocean. And for work, maybe you can like take this remote option, or maybe find this job in Kamakura here. And like, we have different things we can connect. And I feel like building like a life sort of assistant within Recruit will be super interesting thing to do. It's just having like this opportunity to have, talk about our work. Great.
Yeah, great. We can totally go for another time.
Yes. You want to continue?
Yeah.